What's up, everybody? Welcome to Friday night here at the Pace Studios in New York City. We're lucky enough to be closing out our week with the guys from Twiddle. Guys, thank you so much for coming around and playing some music for us tonight.
Thank you,
Thanks
man.
for having us.
Yeah, so you guys have a new record out. It's the second volume of Plump Chapter 2.
Yep.
And that came out just a few weeks ago. Shockingly, it is the second part to Plump Chapter 1.
Yeah.
And it is now kind of repackaged, I think, as one double album. Is that right?
Correct.
Right. So you guys are going to do 3 songs from the record for us tonight. Tell us a little bit about the first one you're going to do.
The song is called Moments. It was written in Los Angeles on tour last fall. And, it's a cool reggae vibe.
All right, man. Take it away.
All right.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Bring it up and send it out, living in motion. A heavy mojo coming straight from the ocean. Let it out and fit it in, an ancient potion. A touch of sunlight has me caught up in the notion. Giving what you have to give, a sweet devotion. A living, breathing, healing state of emotion. Honoring each other's kin, ego implosion. Your best self in a fabulous explosion. And you can find me up in the groove, killing it with the sickest rhythm only. No other people can spoil my mood. A life without music can be lonely. So come and shake out your everyday blues, kicking it till the sun warms up the morning. And when it's time to return to the groove, yeah, you know we shared a little moment. Yeah, 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 we shared a little moment. Oh, yeah, we shared a little moment. Round about your suffering without imposing. A gentle breeze putting everything in focus. Channeling the love within, unscripted journey. A deeper rooted answer breeding all the hurting. Underlying innocence, a passion burning. The motivation measured straight from the earning. Living free and tempting sin, a scripted journey. The situation can be dangerously curving. And you can find me up in the groove, killing it with the sickest rhythm only. No other people can spoil my mood. A life without music can be lonely. So come and shake out your everyday blues, kicking it till the sun warms up the morning. And when it's time to return to the gloom, yeah, you know we shared a little moment. Yeah, 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 we shared a little moment. Oh, yeah, we shared a little moment. Sickest rhythm only. No other people can spoil my mood. A life without music can be lonely. So come and shake out your everyday blues, kicking it till the sun warms up the morning. And when it's time to return to the gloom, yeah, you know we shared a little moment. And you can find me up in the groove, kicking it with the sickest rhythm only. No other people can spoil my mood. A life without music can be lonely. So come and shake out your everyday blues, kicking it till the sun warms up the morning. And when it's time to return to the gloom, yeah, you know we shared a little moment. Oh, yeah, we shared a little moment. Oh, yeah, we shared a little moment.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Plump. This is a project you guys have obviously been devoted to for some years now, like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And, the first one came out in 2015. Second one came out earlier this year, and it's obviously part of the same concept, the same kind of project. So what is it about this project that has endured for you? What is the story of this record?
I think we started off pretty ambitious. We really wanted to do a double disc, and we had a lot of unrecorded material that we had been playing live for a lot of years. And when we were in the studio kind of getting it done, we had recorded a lot of that stuff, which ended up being Chapter 1. And when it was time to get back into the studio to work on Chapter 2, we kind of wanted to start fresh and kind of go with material we had never played live. And so I think that kept it really special for us. And it was also really difficult to have all these new songs and not be able to play them out till the album came out. But I think it made it special for us, made it special for the fans. And, now we get to see some of these new songs on Chapter 2 develop in a live setting, which is new for us, which is great.
Yeah. Is there like a unifying theme to it, like something that really ties them together more than if you had like these unreleased songs or songs that you'd been working on, they could have maybe been another album with a new title and a new project. What is it that sort of ties it all together?
I think the whole album is really well rounded as to like what we are and like what our sound is. Whereas the first disc, we were really focusing on the songwriting aspect of the band and really sort of focusing on the lyrics. Whereas kind of Chapter 2, we decided to go back to our roots a little bit and write some of the more instrumental songs and just kind of the stuff we were really into when we first started. So I think it's a very plump body of work.
Yeah.
So
that kind
new
of
and old, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Very
new and
diverse,
old.
and that's what we
Yeah,
want. Yeah.
kind of represents us as a band, which is very diverse and kind of.
I feel like some of the songs also we created in the studio, like some of it, not all of it, but
Yeah.
there were a lot of us coming together and creating something new, even to us.
Yeah.
I mean, there
Made
were
Chapter 2 special.
Chapter 2 especially, which
nice.
was cool.
So tell me about the second song you're going to do from the record for us today.
This is off the first disc, Pump 1. There's a song called Lost in the Cold. And I think that, a lot of our fan base and all of us have struggled with things over the years, and it's kind of about getting past that and kind of getting on with your life and, knowing that you have the power to really do whatever you want if you really mean it,
Cool.
I'm lost and I can't seem to find my way home. I've been burning up time, burning out my mind on an endless winding road. All my burdens keep me hurting, ever present, never certain, all alone, they keep being at my soul. It's hard to see the future when the present doesn't suit you. Every day feel like a blinding cold, blinding cold. There's a hole in my energy, it's blurring out my sanity, eroding the thrill of getting old. I don't fit in with society, it's blinding my integrity while undermining my goals. They're blurring my intensity and muting my ability to avoid the bumps in the road. I can't execute the skills I need, relax and keep my dreaming free while stumbling out in the cold, out in the
Thank you.
Thank you. So you guys are from Vermont, if I'm not mistaken, and you formed about a part of a decade ago, maybe a little more, like 2004, 2005, somewhere around there.
Yep.
It occurs to me like that was a real sort of sweet spot for the era of the bands that I came up with. Like, I mean, Fish, obviously, but also bands like Leftover Salmon, String Cheese, Mo. And that's right when you guys kind of like, I would think, got inspired to like start this band. So I'm wondering, like, all these years later, what has changed in that scene? Do you still see it the same way you did when you first started out? Like, do you see the excitement, the fan base? I mean, how has that scene evolved to now we're in 2017? Mo still has its, I think they still have their fest going on, or maybe it's back this year. Mo Fest.
We're doing it.
You're doing Mo Fest?
Yeah, we're playing
Yeah,
it
cool,
on
cool.
Sunday, yeah.
We're doing
So-
a lot of stuff with them, actually.
So, like, it's many years later for those bands who are sort of like one generation kind of ahead of you guys, older. So, like, what's the state of things these days? Is it still as cool and robust as it was back when you started?
Yeah, I think even more so.
Yeah, definitely more so.
Yeah. I think what's changed for us is, the fact that we get to play with some of these guys and collaborate and do shows with them. That's a pretty cool, like, dream come true for all of us. We're doing Red Rocks with Mo
Yeah.
this year on the 13th of August.
I'm going to ask you about some of these dates later on, so think about it now.
But in general, that's very cool for us. We've opened for String Cheese a few times, and that was a really, big band for me. They're one of my favorites, still are.
Yeah.
Still get all the chills when I hear my favorite songs, and it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
was saying on the way down, actually, with Mickey playing with Modest Yahoo, with us playing with Modest Yahoo and whatnot. He played with him when he was on tour 311, and that was one of my first. That was like my first like band I was like so hooked on.
Yeah.
And Tim and Nick Hexum just did an interview, and he gave
me a very
Tim
nice
gave
shout
Mickey
out.
and us a shout out, and to hear the words, you should, if you haven't checked out Twiddle, you should check out coming out of a band that I was like, it's stuff like that. It blows my mind.
were there particular like high points for you guys along the way? I mean, is there a moment you guys can sort of go back to, like that was the turning point? Like, holy shit, we just played.
I think
this.
for me personally, it was Red Rocks opening for String Cheese. I mean, I remember
when was that?
that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And like, I just remember them saying, "Hey man, would you guys want to open for String Cheese at Red Rocks or something like that?" And I went to Ryan, and I don't think we really believed it until we like saw the art come out online. That was really cool.
Yeah, nice. So tell us, you got one more for us from Plump. Tell me what that song is and something about it. Oh man, are you gonna cover that? Because I wouldn't argue.
One day we're gonna get her to actually come out. It's in motion.
Yeah.
We're working on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bruce
sorry.
Willis first,
Wait,
though.
what was the question? I totally.
Yeah,
next time,
I'm totally distracted now too. I think she's gonna come into the room and like set up, and we have her waiting outside.
Okay.
Was that wait?
Sent this off the album.
That wasn't Michelle Branch. It was Vanessa Carlton.
Vanessa Carlton.
Vanessa Carlton. Right. Yeah. No, she's actually waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
I saw her. I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah. Well, she works as an intern here.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Anyway,
That cleared up. This next song is a song called When Rains It Pours. It's actually on one of our other albums, but it's on Plump. We decided to kind of redo it and put it on Plump. Ron St. Germain, a really great producer that we got to work with, whose credits speak for himself, or themselves. He wanted to work on the song, and it's been a really important song for us, a really important song for our fan base, and I think it's got a great message. And I think that's why we like it so much.
all right. Thanks, man.
You wake to greet the brand new day. Look up, realize you're late. The shouts make you plain. Can't find your keys again. The rent's been due for weeks. You need this gig to eat. The car starts to leak. The engine's really weak. It won't start up in time. You try to find a ride. The bills weren't paid on time. day of fun, waiting for some luck to come. You keep hoping for a day when things will go your way, and all decisions have been made. Karma's finally found its way. The drinks they pass the time, they help me to unwind. The guilt is killing me inside your eyes. They need to reawake. Now listen to the words I'm saying in this line. Hey, life will be just fine, and troubles do not stay. They get replaced with good times. Now you got a green line. Smile as you walk by, thinking about the day. It's gray, the rain pours down my face. The tears become a race, cleansing of my fate, splashing down into my grin. My eyes become alive, feeling left behind. A hidden world untied, creating all you see today. Clouds, they went away, forever did I wait. Karma finally found my plate, and now I'm smiling in the sun. We'll meet again someday. Smile, then I'll say, when it rains, it pours out until love can find its way. Now listen to the words I'm saying in this line. Hey, life will be just fine, and troubles do not stay. They get replaced with good times. Now you got a green light. Smile as you walk by, thinking about the day. About the day. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So you're on the road these days. I think tomorrow night you are doing the Road Jam Fest in Connecticut, and obviously you got Mo Fest coming up. What other dates, big festival dates you got coming around our readers can go catch you at?
We got Tumble Down, our own festival on the waterfront in Burlington, July 28th and 29th. It's going to be really good. Great lineup, and it's really fun to flood Burlington with great music for the whole weekend. We're doing the post-Fish show on the 20th and the 20th through the 22nd at Irving Plaza in New York.
In New York, yeah.
Yeah, after the Baker's Dozen.
First night's just us in Medela.
Yeah.
All right.
So no post-Fish, and then two nights of post-Fish.
We've got we're doing a Twiddle set that first night, and then we've got the Giant Country Horns from like the 94 Fish tours and all those. Some of my favorite stuff. So they're going to be playing with us that night. And then we got Taz, the little shredder, for the last night. And then we got Red Rocks with Mo on the 13th of August.
Sounds like a busy summer.
Yeah, and we're going to be at Friendly next weekend.
Friendly Gathering.
All right, cool. So the album is Plump, Volumes 1 and 2. Buy them together in one package. and have a great summer. And thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Twiddle.
you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. We love having you here at Paste, and come back anytime.
Thanks.
Thank you.